So our first panel will be discussing a very interesting topic on reimagining leadership. So may we please call back on stage Mr. Avinash Ananda. He will be moderating this panel. Avinash. Next, our panelists, we have Dr. Shinya Yamamoto, founder and CEO of Link and Innovation. Welcome, Mr. Yamamoto-san. Dr. Corrie Jonn Block, the CEO of Paragon Consulting. Dr. Corrie, welcome. That's a lot of chairs. We need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these two we don't need. All right. Mr. Khalil Yassine, Head of Arabia and Head of Customer Development at Unilever. Welcome. Ms. Annabella Nassetti, Founder and CEO of A Living Concept International. Welcome, Annabella. Mr. Mohamad Ibrahim, Group CEO and XX Global Financial Group. Welcome, Mohamad. And last but not least, Juan Jose de la Torre, CEO of Raven.
Panel, a very distinguished ensemble of leaders. And just to keep it meaningful, I'm looking at a possible framework. When I came to Dubai this time, and we'll keep it as informal as possible while trying to adhere to her whip of the time. I wonder where she worked before this. I know. That's why you're behind me. The idea of coming to Dubai, for me, besides this, was also to look for a Ferrari, maybe drive into the desert and take some shots and use it as an analogy for a film for success. So where the rooftop or the body of the car is potential, the steering wheel of the car is purpose. Where are you going? 4 wheels stand for passion, plan, performance or persistence, and people. So with these 4 wheels and this body and the steering wheel, these are 6 elements. And we have 6 distinguished leaders on the panel. So the thought was, why don't we ask each one of them on each of these elements of success when leadership is reimagined? That's where we're coming from, please. Let's begin with purpose. Please. Who would like to take up purpose? Yes, sir, please. Would you like to use this?
Very good morning to all of you. I love the Ferrari.
You love the Ferrari?
And I'm sure in Dubai, everything works. Ferrari in the desert, yes, but Ferrari with a 4x4 wheels.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can you get a road on the side of the desert, like in between?
It's a sand.
Okay.
So you have to really drive it through the sand and go into the dune.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love the topic. I love to really talk about purpose. I have been experiencing for the last 25 years being with Unilever and also talking to a new generation, the young people who's really getting enrolled into the business and integrate. I found something which is really very interesting. That's how we can really bring purpose into life and beyond into business. Majority of people who I've been interacting with, they lack to really express their purpose. But we have discovered during a certain workshops that the purpose it's in. And this is where we call it winning from within. So you go into discovery journey to really find out your purpose. And for me, purpose, it's all about answering why. Why I am exist. What is the meanings of being in a day and it drive me and strive me? Is there is a compass which is really triggering me, direct me into that? I love Unilever, has very clear purpose, which has 4 words, which is making sustainable living commonplace. And we do believe with the 3 things, which is company with a purpose last, a brand with purpose grow, people with purpose strive. And this is how we are investing to train our people, conduct workshop, to really bring the purpose into people's life, integrated into our business. So you win at the personal front, plus you win in the business. I would share with you something. For the last 2 decades, I have developed something which is how to merge the purpose with the means, which is something which is all related to relationship. And when we talk relationship, we talk about the fundamentals, the foundation of relationship, which has the 2 elements of the trust and the respect in between. Intimacy is there. So this one, I have really invested a lot of time because I have cornered and centered my purpose there to really build this relationship, which will guide me into philosophy, which is 5 pillars. I have been experimenting in so many countries, which is I have moved more than 13 countries in the last 24 years, which is how you strategizing, how you synchronizing, how you will energizing, and how you will systemizing. So
Strategizing, synchronizing, energizing, systemizing.
Strategizing, synchronizing, energizing, and systemizing. So this is the philosophy which is I have developed of running a businesses in different geography and really has worked.
This is your philosophy?
Yes.
And so you take your philosophy, you take your organization philosophy, and you align it.
100%, because
Brilliant.
my purpose, it is very much connected, integrated into the company purpose as well.
Please give him a very, 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 very big hand. Huh? So as leaders, it's not enough to follow a philosophy or purpose, but it's just to be yours. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Would anybody else, I know it's not part of the format, but because, and the brilliant minds here, one line or something, because your area of the car will be different, but maybe you want to say something on purpose? Please.
So
very quickly, please.
I think
Thank you so
it's quite important to recognize that people are changing in their seek for purpose. You know, a few years ago, people will just go and look for a job, trying to look for money to pay the bills, etc. Like today, if you are not aligned with the purpose of that organization, with your own purpose, the person is not going to last in the job.
Really?
So our role as leaders is to try to actually take and infuse what is really the purpose of the organization into the culture of the organization.
Brilliant.
And this is where you start seeing a lot of, kind of misalignment. It's like you're declaring some purpose for your PR, but then you're executing in a completely different manner. And this is what, makes people leave and actually say.
And my mother always says that if you show something different and be something different, people will find out.
Exactly.
So better be what you are. Very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lovely. Please give Khalil a very, very big hand. Thank you so much for sharing. When you have purpose, the purpose gives you passion. And for passion, we have Annabella. Would you like to share something on what makes you so passionate about everything that you do?
Well, thank you very much for inviting me here, and it's a great pleasure to be sharing all of this with you guys. My passion comes from events that happen in my life that I have asked myself, why do things happen? And
Annabelle, before that, I just want you to share with them, what do you do? Little bit, I know what you do, but the success that you've achieved, because where it comes from is so different from where it is.
yeah, I am a product designer and interior architect, and I've been running a business in London for 25 years that does design, project management, and construction.
At the top of her field. So the question is, where does that passion come from? Yes, please.
I recently have been awarded the Global Award for Most Innovative Designer 2022-2023, so that's great. But how did I get here? I tried to make the best of my life when things happen when you're very young, and which cause quite big traumas. And I had a very serious car accident when I was 19, and I lost my two best friends. Therefore, the physical, emotional, psychological issues to overcome have been very, very difficult. But when the ground is taken away from under your feet, you're only left with gravity, and the spirit, and therefore you connect to your heart. It was the only thing I could talk to really for help. Nobody could really help me, although I had very good people close to me. But talking to my heart, I followed what I think I was born to do. And I went from studying business, where I wasn't very successful at all, into studying design, product design, my passion. Therefore, creating, being creative, and creating for the purpose of improving people's lives, in memory of the friends that I lost, and in the luck that I have in being alive. And many years of recovery, and then I focused into setting up a business for design, and that's how I help clients achieving, sanctuary at home and make sure that their life is the optimal it can be.
Amazing, amazing. Please give her a very, very big hand. Thank you so much. Thank you, Annabella. It takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable and to share. Thank you. Great respect to you for that. And what's bizarre is that she found passion from pain. She took her pain and found the passion, and the passion for giving quality of life made her find her purpose. So purpose gives passion. Here, passion made her decide her purpose. Amazing.
And this is where intuition is very strong. You need to talk to your heart, switch social media off, speak to your inside, and reflect.
Brilliant.
And what's important will float. And that's why you need to follow your intuition. Be fearless, be courageous, because when difficult things happen in life, it's when you can actually turn your life around. And so be fearless, be courageous, and just do it.
Brilliant. Thank you, Annabelle. Anyone else would like to say something on passion? Please, Corrie. Dr. Corrie, super business coach, please.
Super business coach. I coach super businesses. That's it.
That's how they become super.
On passion, I love what you said, because following your heart is really, really important. And most people, even in English, don't understand where the word passion comes from. It's Latin, right? It's passio, and it means suffering, right? So passion isn't something that makes you happy. Okay, so happiness, the pursuit of happiness, is actually a distraction from passion. Passion is the willingness to suffer for something, to choose the hard road. And the road that you chose was hard, and that's what makes it passionate. And I love that, because everything that I've accomplished in my life, and you probably all say the same, starting businesses, raising kids, writing books, doing degrees, whatever it is, the really, really hard stuff didn't make me happy. Okay, it was 15% joy and 85% really hard work. And that's passion.
Brilliant. Wow. Lovely. Thank you, Corrie. Thank you very much. Please give him a big hand. So the word happiness comes from happenstance, which means it just happens. But to take charge of the happiness and make it sustained requires some passion, some suffering, some price. We have to pay price. And the price sometimes, when you have purpose, you have passion, what is the price we pay? We have just the passion or the energy is not enough. We have to plan. And today, planning also includes ideation. It includes innovation, because the planning should be open to changes or even creating changes. And who better than you, Shinya, to talk about planning, innovation, ideation. Please.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me today here. So I came from actually Tokyo, Japan today. Stopped by Singapore last night. Arrived just.
Are you awake?
Sorry.
Are you awake? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still have
Want
some
coffee?
drug, but so yes, I do actually a lot of things in academic field as a researcher, as a professor, and also lecturer to the students, business school, medical school, and also I am an entrepreneur of more than 10 companies. Then also do angel investor as well currently. Have been working with central government and the local government. So this is actually diverse activities, not only business or others, but happened from my strong curiosity. This is totally same with research. So such curiosity actually, how to say, supposed, as you mentioned about the purpose, or sorry, what did you say? The purpose and then
Purpose and passion.
passion.
Huh?
Yes.
So purpose, passion, now plan. How we plan?
Yeah. Then I currently established the startup or small project incubation in Tokyo, together from kids and then elderly people, not only Japanese but also from people from outside of Japan. Then don't focus on any field, technology or creativity, artistic products, entertainment, everything. Then such like environment, I can show my, for example, first planning or small project. The people can follow after I show the maybe first activity or other initiative. So planning is of course very much important as a maybe productive process, but also planning can be, how to say, creating from the people, from such diverse environment as a ecosystem like incubation or accelerator program. So I don't really much focus on the financial planning or strategic planning. Very how to say, conservative or traditional planning is not agile, right? Not agile process.
Yeah.
We need to enjoy. We need to have a curiosity. We need to have a passion, as you mentioned. And then we can make, from small project as I think as first step. So this, I think, is really important as my opinion.
Shinya, you are fantastic. Please give him a very, very big hand. Huh? You know what
Thanks
you have
so
said?
much.
You know what you have said, as I understood it? I don't know if we got that. But he says, don't worry too much about planning. Huh? Okay. Not that we should not plan. But that if you have the right purpose and if you have the right people, sometimes the people will come up with the plan.
Yes.
So don't focus too much on analysis paralysis.
This is it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you are stuck, but sometimes if you move, the plan will come.
Yes.
But we should have our principles, probably the values, the compass he spoke about. Yeah.
It's like your example. We can power to the sunrise.
Yeah.
You mentioned.
Yeah, I mentioned. Yeah.
Then
Walk.
shadow will follow
Oh, brilliant.
naturally.
Yeah. So if the principles are correct, the direction is correct. It doesn't matter if everything is not clear, because anyway in today's changing world, everything cannot be clear.
Yeah.
We have to work with some principles we've developed. Bravo. Thank you so much. Please give him a very big hand.
Thank
you.
you.
Want to say something, Khalil? You want to add something? Anybody wants to add something? Don't worry. This is powerful insights. Sorry.
Just I would like to really share, which is an equation also I have learned it over the past years. That's plans plus intention equal to 100% result. Actually, the way they have given it to the intention is 100% zero on the plan, because as you said, the plans can keep changing. And you have to really adapt and be agile, okay, as soon you are very clear in terms of your intention. And again, back to the first two things is the purpose and also being passionate to reach to the end destination.
This is so powerful. the intention, intention. But along with, I'm saying what I see everybody saying here is the underlying thing is some principles. Because sometimes even your goal may change. But the intent, if it is aligned with the values and principles, then the direction is perfect. Thank you so much. You triggered a nice discussion. Thank you. Okay, great. So what do we have? We have purpose, we have passion, we got a plan, which is super flexible and reality-based. And now, let's talk about where you said the plan comes from. People. Some of us are introverts, some of us are extroverts, but people are a reality. We have to deal with people. Some types of people we like, some types of people we don't like. What is the importance of people, and what are some of the beliefs that you have, Mohamad, about people that you'd like to share through your career or through your life? People, what role do they play in success?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I'm not a big fan of Ferraris. I drive Maserati.
Ferrari?
I drive Maserati.
Okay.
But I will not drive
I think
it.
Maserati is okay.
I will not drive it in the desert. If you're up to a good ride, I can take you a good ride in Sheikh Zayed Road.
Here?
But speed tickets on you.
No problem, I'll take
Okay.
it. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so yeah, there's many ways to approach leadership.
What color is it?
It's gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. But yeah, so many ways to approach leadership and many aspects, and today we're discussing too many P's. I think,
yeah.
I think the cornerstone of leadership is about people. So I cannot imagine leadership without people.
Correct.
Because leadership is mainly about people. Now, when we're talking about people, maybe some people think that, okay, it's only about your team members or your employees. In my opinion, when we're talking about people, it's much broader than this. It's your teams, it's your clients, it's the community, it's the society, it's much wider thing. So it's not only about the team members. Now, if we want to give an example about, take it as an example about team members and as a, let's say, practical example, what does it mean is that it's mainly about empathy and care. When you care about others and you love for others what you love for yourself.
Well, one second. Just for some empathy and care. Those who are talking at the back, can you make them have some empathy, please? No? Thank you. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's mainly about care. When you care for others, same, and you treat them the same way that you would like to be treated, this way you will achieve this kind of this aspect or this cornerstone related to leadership. Now, in this specific, it's not only when we talk about care, some people may think, for example, okay, so as a leader, I take good care of my people. It means I give them good benefits. I give them, this kind of thing. No, it's not only about this. Sometimes being a little bit tough on them, making them go outside their comfort zone in order to grow and develop is also care for people. Now, in general, when you care about others and you have empathy about others, it's easier said than done. I thought so until maybe a couple of weeks. I was in a business trip in Japan, and since we have a friend here from Japan, everyone travels to Japan. They come and say, man, it's a different planet, it's a different world. Everything is organized, everything is clean, everything is this. For me, as a business person and coming from engineering background, I like to observe things and not only see what is on the surface. I want to see what is the root cause, why in Japan they are organized, why they are clean, why is all of this amazing system. And after spending a few days there and trying to observe, I realized it's very simple. It's care. They care for others. They like to treat others the same way they would like to be treated, and they manage to do it. So it's not only theory that we have to care. Just be human, care for each other, and whatever you love for yourself, love it for your brother, love it for others, and you will manage to do it.
Brilliant. Thank you very, very much, Mohamad. Give him a very, very big hand. Such powerful points, such powerful points, and so simply put. care. It's like mother. Huh? If mother has a child, I was told that if you have a child, you all have children? You have children? Huh? Yeah? No? Okay. I was. Huh? You have 150 children? Fantastic. This is the power. This is the power I'm talking about. Huh? But we'll come back to your 150 children. Wife, how many? Oh, no, okay, no, not that type. Okay, correct. A mother, when the mother has a child, is at least 20-year project. I heard somewhere. I mean, 20 years you have to be mother. No. But my mother, who's there at the back there, I brought her today. Thank you for being here, mother. She says it's lifelong project. And you cannot say, I don't like this, I don't like that. You have to take care. So that's brilliant. Your 150 are your employees? Fantastic, fantastic. Huh? Brilliant. If you love something, you will take care of. If you love people, you take care. So how powerful is that? Thank you. Anyone wants to say something about this? About people? No? Good. You'd like to? Yeah. Please, please, of course, please, sir.
Right. Hello? Awesome. Absolutely perfect. And you're absolutely right. People is at the center of leadership. In fact, that's the biggest differentiating factor between leadership and management. You can manage a building, you can manage a fleet of cars, you can manage a hedge fund. But you can't lead a hedge fund, or you can't lead a fleet of cars, right? It's people. And that's the big, big difference. Managers are chosen by other managers, but leaders are chosen by their followers. So if you want to know whether or not you're a leader, look behind you. If anyone's following you, then you're a leader. Don't count on anybody else to tell you you're a leader.
Otherwise, you're just taking a walk.
Yeah, that's John Maxwell.
That's
He's
right.
a good friend. He's a good guy. Yeah,
I met him recently.
perfect. Brilliant.
Yes, sir, of course you can.
I would really add three things which is evolving in the workplace
Please.
in this era, which is I would like to really share. Everyone talk about psychological safety, how to give the psychological safety feeling in your organization or even in your family, which is allow people to really speak up freely without any attack or any
Make them feel
sensitivity.
safe.
Absolutely, this is one. I like when you were talking about, being empathize with them, and there is something now which is Harvard launched, which they said how to connect with empathy but lead with compassion, because end of the day the compassion, okay, it's what is people expecting you to really support them. And the third one is being inclusive leader.
Super.
Because word is very becoming flatter. And also we are coming from different backgrounds. My organization has more than 50 nationalities, which is mean different culture, different backgrounds. And even within nationalities, they are different also. They are having different cultures. So how to really be inclusive leaders, having the high level of EQ to really manage this complexity, it is one of the greatest leadership competencies required in this era.
Absolutely. Brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, go ahead, JJ, go ahead.
I wanted to continue building in what has been said. For me, there is a word that is at the central of the difference between a manager and a leader.
Yeah.
And it's empathy.
Right.
When you as a leader, you become empathic, and empathy is at the center of everything that you're doing, you change the way on how you're leading that people.
Yeah.
You change the way on how you relate to people. You turn from someone that is a manager, that is focused on the task, is focused on the objective, is focused on the goal, to someone that is focused more on the journey.
Brilliant.
So that's a big difference.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Please give yourselves a very, very big hand. Huh? They say pathos. Huh? Pathos, which is Greek word. If you're not empathetic, then it becomes pathetic. Huh? And interestingly, pati, empathy, sympathy, in India, in Hindi, the word pati is husband. Huh? I don't know how that's connected with empathy, because I don't know if husbands have empathy. Let's move to the next one. We did what? Purpose. We did what? Passion. We did what? Plan. We went to people. Now we go to persistence. JJ, would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, thanks for the invite. Just a quick introduction. I'm the founder and CEO of Raven. Raven is one of the few consulting companies solely focused on disruption, business disruption. So we have to have a lot of persistency. Basically, what we do is we help organizations to become disruptors, and disruptors become organizations. So it's we do it both ways. Persistence is something that it keeps you aligned with what you're trying to achieve, to the journey that basically you're trying to fulfill. But most important, it keeps your passion aligned. You cannot have persistence if you don't have passion. If you do persistence without passion, it's called stupidity, because basically you're hitting the same wall without any reason to do so. In today's world where the tides change so fast, I would like to introduce kind of a new meaning of persistence that is it's related to everything that has been said, is the persistence on reevaluating the course and the path that you're following. Again, it's about identifying what is the North Star that you want to reach and following that North Star with an adaptive passion that will allow you to actually cope with the different things that will come in that way.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Please give him a very, very big hand. So if you want to go outside this door and you go not to the door, you go to the wall and you hit your head on the wall, it is stupid to be persistent there. Right? So we should be persistent, and even if you have passion.
I think that relates also with the planning thing.
Brilliant. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
I would say previously, companies will stuck with the plan, and if the plan was saying that way, companies will just go that way.
Yeah. So one thing I found from what you said, JJ, is learnability, along with your persistence, is probably the new persistence today.
Absolutely.
And with every action you learn, is it working? Is it not working? Should I adapt? Is it aligned with my purpose? Do I have the passion? So we ask, while being persistent, which is your ownership, you should also be objective at the same time, watching it from outside like a witness. And if you have both in each one of these aspects, powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we come to the body of the Maserati or the Ferrari, or I don't know which car we are going to drive in. She's very dangerous. Avinash, please wrap up. Okay. Corrie, Dr. Corrie, take your time, please. We need to listen to you because this is powerful for the audience.
It means I've got less than 3 minutes, but I'll only need 2.
You're fantastic.
Yeah, we're going to talk about potential. Okay,
Yes,
so that's my full-time job. I improve the quality of thousands and thousands of lives by helping leaders and organizations perform at their natural best as an executive coach. What I do actually is all about human potential. And I know you want to know what the potential is of your life and what your highest potential, and we all want to reach our highest potential. And your mom told you when you were growing up, you've got so much potential, but we don't actually know what that means. Okay, well, here's what it actually means. It means that you're capable of far more than you think. You're an apex predator. You've got 1,000,000 years of wisdom in your head, and you're the latest iteration in 10,000 generations of successfully improving design. That's what it means. Okay, so you're capable of a lot more than you think. But the misnomer about potential is that it's individualistic. It's not you achieving your own potential, right? If we think about the highest forms of potential, there's a lot of talk about biohacking and peak performance. And the problem with peak performance is that it's peak. It's not sustainable, right? You sprint at your top speed for how long? A few seconds? That's about it. That's all you can do. So do not seek your peak performance. Try to raise the level of your average day. That's where you'll find your potential, right? And the only way we do that is in community. You cannot do that by yourself. We're very, very social creatures, all of us. 1,000,000 years of survival taught us to be completely selfish together. Okay, that's the only way we survive the world, is by being selfish on teams. And that's what our organizations are. And it doesn't matter if you move tires around the world, or you're an airline, or you do oil and gas. You're playing a game, you're on a team, and your selfishness is aligned together. You do not wake up passionate about oil and gas. That's not your purpose. Your purpose is to build a great quality of life for you and your team. Okay? So we do this together on teams. Principle number 1, surround yourself with people that are different than you. This is so important. I know that the amount of information on the planet today is so high that I will never, ever process enough of it in my 80 years on this earth to ever be fully confident about anything. So my only hope is to be humble enough to surround myself with people that are also processing a tremendous amount of information. And then in that community, with that shared information, then we can make great collective decisions. Anyone who thinks that they know it all, that they don't have anything to learn, that isn't constantly growing, constantly self-educating, is already dead. Okay, we are not omni-talented as leaders, and the only hope we have of being omni-talented is to surround ourselves with people whose strengths are our weaknesses. That's principle number one, right? We need to make sure that we're surrounding ourselves with the right people. And number two, get a coach. There is no peak performer in any industry in the world without a coach. There's no concert violinist at a global game level without a coach. Every global game level surgeon in the world ever has a coach. And there is no such thing as an Olympic athlete without an Olympic coach. That's how they get there. That's why the majority of the CXOs in the Fortune 500 and the FTSE 100 all have coaches. That's how they got there. That's how they stay there. So if you want to see what the real potential of your life is, it's going to have to be with someone beside you and with a team of people around you that are different than you. So principle number one, surround yourself with people that are different than you. Principle number two, get a coach.
Super. Give him a very, very big hand, please. Lovely, lovely. Yes, please, go ahead. Yes, please.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's amazing when talking about the potential. Even in the practical life, I have witnessed many times, as you said, there's no limits to the potential. No one knows his potential. And unless you're being pushed, you will not be able to reach that potential.
I love what you said, Mohamad, and it aligns completely with what Corrie said, that sometimes you need tough love.
Yeah.
You need to push people, because if you are inside a box and you want to come out of the box, but the instructions are outside the box, you need somebody from outside to help you, to mentor you, to coach you, to bring you out of the box. 3 minutes more, Sarbat. Sarbat, 3 minutes, right? Because these guys, each one of them, their time is so valuable. The insights are so valuable, it's worth everything. Please.
Yeah, so that's one of the major roles of a leader, is to try to find the potential of the people and try to help them to reach that potential and continue growing. So it's all related to people. When we talk about leadership, it's related to people. You need to help your people to reach their potential and continue increasing. You need to have a passion, but it's not enough to have a passion. You need to pass this passion to the people. Yeah. So it's all related.
So a leader learns, applies, and transmits.
Exactly.
Want to say something?
Yes. We all grow up with the blockages from our childhood, from different backgrounds, the privileges, the non-privileges, etc. But they all come with limiting effects when we grow up. And there's ways now to overcome them. And this is at adolescence age that we have to concentrate and find a way. There are the means these days to actually get that help. And overcome the blockages that we had when we were little, because that is what really blocks your life. And once you understand that, then you can really fly, and then you can really take advantage of what life is about.
This is so diverse and so many topics in such a short time. I hope you got a lot out of this. My sister is a psychotherapist, she's here too, and she talks about a formula: feel, reveal, deal, heal, then seal. Once you feel, reveal, deal, heal, seal, you're unlimited in your own potential, then you can help others to grow their potential. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your insights. Absolutely brilliant. Look forward to interacting with you more. I wish we could spend time interacting more in person. Yes. I'm sure you can do it, because today you are not working. Sorry, you are networking. So I would suggest, please, don't be modest today. Be yourself. No, what I mean is, don't be modest today, be honest. in a few short moments, share with each other what are your achievements during the course of today so that you get to know each other and magic will happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
panelists. If we can please have a photo, a group photo in the front of the tables. Might look better at the front, but sure, you could stay at the back. Fantastic discussion. We can go on all day with this topic, right? Thank you very much. All right, let us remove the chairs, please, from the stage.